Ever pondered why you have your mother's eyes or your father's nose? The answer lies deep within the realm of genetics and heredity. The rules that govern how we inherit traits from our parents were first discovered by a humble monk named Gregor Mendel in the mid-19th century. Today we'll dive into Mendel's laws of inheritance and understand what makes each of us unique. Mendel's first law, the law of segregation, asserts that every individual has two alleles for each trait, one from each parent. These alleles separate or segregate during the formation of reproductive cells, so each sperm or egg carries only one allele for each trait. Imagine you're playing a game of cards where you have a pair of cards, and you must give one card to another player. You have no control over which card you give. It's purely a game of chance. That's how the law of segregation works. The second law Mendel proposed is the law of independent assortment. It states that the alleles for different traits sort into reproductive cells independently of one another. Think of it as rolling a pair of dice. The outcome of one roll does not affect the outcome of the next roll. Similarly, the way alleles for one trait segregate does not influence how alleles for another trait segregate. The third and final law is the law of dominance. This law explains why we don't see a blend of our parents' traits in us. According to this law, one allele in a pair can mask the presence of the other. Mendel called the masking allele dominant and the masked one recessive. It's like having a loudspeaker and a whisperer in a room. Even though both are present, you'll only hear the loudspeaker. To summarize, Mendel's laws of inheritance are foundational principles in understanding genetics. The law of segregation explains that we have two alleles for each trait, one from each parent, and these alleles separate during the formation of reproductive cells. The law of independent assortment tells us that alleles for different traits sort independently. Lastly, the law of dominance demonstrates that one allele can mask the presence of the other, resulting in the expression of dominant traits over recessive ones. These laws, discovered by a humble monk in a garden, have shaped our understanding of genetics and heredity. They help us comprehend why we are the way we are and why we resemble our parents but are not exact replicas. So, the next time you look in the mirror and see your father's dimples or your mother's hair, remember, it's all thanks to the laws of inheritance Mendel discovered over a century ago.